gets inquiries from all over the world for its products and services and its consulting services. Sometimes when a particular need arises, the government of choice will call us and saying, can your products perform this for us? This week we had an interesting call from a security agency involved with the UK government, in particular 2 special events happening next year. And because of this phone call, there's a ripple effect, and this call also extended into the US and then into Egypt of all places. So you never know really what happens when you get a phone call from a government source. Next year, or this year in 2012, as we realize, is the Queen's Jubilee. The Queen and her family will be traveling through the United Kingdom to 40 different events throughout the year. During this time also, the UK is hosting the 2012 Olympics. So there's plenty of opportunity there for terrorists to take action, to make a point. Also in the US, we're heading into elections in 2012. And so the US government is asking basically the same question. What can the ACE product do to protect those who are going about through the US campaigning? And of course, Egypt calls us and hears about the testing we're about to do, and they said, well, the Arab Spring is continuing. They still have protests, they still have unrest, and they want to know, will our product be able to do what the UK government has just asked us to do? So to satisfy everyone, we said, what we'll do is we'll do a test for you. So we engaged the services of the Queen's University. Queen's has made themselves available, the professor and his associate, so that we can go up to the Queen's University and use their bomb blast facilities and test equipment. We also engaged a third-party engineering firm from the US as a third party to create a report on our behalf so we can give it to those in the UK, those in the US, and of course our friends in Egypt. Some of the information we're providing is classified to our clients in the UK, so we cannot provide it to the general public yourselves. However, they were generous enough to say that some of the smaller blasts we can do. Just before we go to the video of the testing, I have to clear the boardroom for another meeting, so why don't you come with me, and what we'll do is we'll continue this discussion in my office. For the first time ever, we're not blowing up a car or a truck. We're doing something very different. We're creating IEDs, improvised explosive devices. This is something we've never done before. Blowing up cars is easy. You place the bomb inside the car or in the truck and you blow it up. The challenge was, Mr. Fabian, can you make a bomb out of a can? Well, certainly we can. What we did was we scored the bottom of it, filled the can with shrapnel, much like these little screws here, and we filled it with PETN, explosive of choice for terrorism today. And then we suspended the can between 2 windows, approximately 40-50 inches apart, not even 2 meters, so not even 1 meter apart from the explosive. We detonated the explosives and we looked at the results. The product we used was the SL09 on 1/4-inch glass. After that, they asked us if we can use a rugby ball. Well, of course, in North America, we don't have rugby balls at every corner store where we buy our sporting goods, but we did use a all-Canadian CFL football. It's a little larger than American footballs, so it's similar to a rugby ball. And what we did was we cut open the football, we opened it up, we filled it with almost 4 pounds of shrapnel and 2 pounds of explosives, again PETN, and we suspended that between 2 windows 50 inches apart from the center. In that video, you'll see how the SL9 reacted. And we didn't change the windows in between each shot. First we blew the can, and then what we did was we evaluated the glass, and then we went to the second charge, we blew that up and evaluated the charge, looking at multiple blasts against one target or a set of windows. The engineers from Queen's was so impressed they were taken aside by how effective the SL9, which is a 2-ply product, a multi-layered product designed and created here at ACE, was when it comes to stopping shrapnel in a bomb. Shrapnel in a bomb blast, you may not be aware, travels, the shrapnel, these tiny screws, travel ahead of the blast wave. So if this was a gunfire, let's say from a .38 caliber, that would be traveling about 800-900 feet per second. Shrapnel traveling ahead of a blast wave is traveling at 2,000 to 3,000 feet per second. And then you have the blast wave. So not only do you have the shrapnel, but you also have the blast wave that you have to contend with. And this is what they want to see. How does the product react not to one blast wave, but two blast waves that contain shrapnel? And the blast wave got stronger. The second one was much stronger than the first one. Let's go to the video. Enough talking. Let's see the reaction of the bomb blast. You'll see how we create the bomb, we place it, we wire it, and we explode it. Let the video speak for itself. Also, if you require an engineer's report that follows this testing, just email us at info@usace.com, info@usace.com, and we'd be happy to send you off an engineer's report that complements the video. So let's watch the video now. Okay, lady stocking. We have the lady detonator, and
8 gram booster,
and the lady stocking. So we'll do this. Let's go. Take it out. Look at this. There was a dent in the frame, and the football was buried into the corner. So the screw is there. It even buried into the frame. You see how it impacted the frame, and that's a